talked about a potential Japanese podium sweep here at the Four Continents Championships. Well, not so much, says Team USA. After the ladies short program, there's your standings. Brady Tennell and Mariah Bell breaking up that Japanese sweep. So far, so good for the Americans. Tennell in first place with Kaori Sakamoto. All three of those girls throwing down, and what a great ladies short program that we had here inside the Honda Center. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bridgestone Ice Desk. So excited to have you along for the ride. Don't be afraid to use that comment button, especially on Facebook. I've got my phone in hand, and I've got some experts here on the desk with me this afternoon. We're breaking down the ladies short program with Brooke Castile, with Sinead Kerr, who's making her Four Continents debut. Welcome
Very
to Four
excited
Continents.
to be here, thank you.
And of course with Ashley Wagner. Ashley, we've got to start with you. That was a great ladies short. What are your impressions there from that?
First of all, the U.S. ladies came and they were phenomenal today. Brady and Mariah, as well as Ting. All of these ladies put out very solid, clean performances, and that's exactly what they needed to do in order to be competitive with the Japanese women. So to be able to go out on home soil this close to nationals, we're 10 days out, they're exhausted, and to be able to put out those performances, that's so impressive.
Yeah, it was a huge day for the American girls. Let's go ahead and actually just roll our highlights. Brady Tennell skating in that last group, and it really was a last group, you guys, that we were impressed with. But Sinead, you told me before the program, you love this short program.
Absolutely, and I watched Brady skate on TV at US Nationals. I wasn't actually there live, but I loved the short program immediately, so I was really excited to see it here live. And it did not disappoint. There's something so powerful and dramatic about it. And we were just talking as we were watching and saying it's different from some of the other girls who are out there doing some softer music. She looked strong and just very, very impressed by her today.
And Brooke, you did a lot of watching of her at Nationals. Here's that double axel. That one was a little tight, but gosh, she's just so powerful, as Sinead's talking about off of the jumps, Brooke.
Yeah, and what I love about her is that you never have a doubt that she's going to skate well, and that's such a great comfort to have when you're watching her, but then she brings this intensity and this really difficult program, crazy good spins. I think that was a huge difference maker in such a strong event, and I'm just super pumped to watch her and to see her come out so strong.
Well, and she comes out of that short program, you can see how happy she is off of that. And actually, she's only about 0.6 of a point ahead of Kaori Sakamoto, but the spins, as Brooke is saying, made a difference. The artistry, she's grown there, that made a difference. We're just seeing a very mature Brady Tennell.
I think that program for her, it's just a venture into a new direction as far as her style of skating goes, and it's paying off. It was a big risk for her. I know that she had said earlier in the year when she first heard this music, she wasn't really sold on it, she wasn't really feeling it, but she came out here today and in a field of ladies where we're seeing a lot of short programs that are very similar, very simple and pretty, and there's something great about that, but she stood out. She was a powerhouse today. Everything was so solid, and you can relax when you're watching her because you just know she's going to go out there, she's going to get that triple combination, no problem, and because you rely on her technical abilities, you can enjoy the rest of the program so much more.
You would never know that she was reluctant to skate to that music because she owns it.
She owns it. She's so confident.
Commands the ice. She came out and it was like, yep, you're going to put me in first. You have no choice.
Yeah,
and that's what she did.
Yeah.
And I thought it's been impressive this season to watch her make that change from the Lutz loop, which is a tougher combination. She's gone back to the Lutz toe, and it's really worked for her well.
Well, the short program, there's so much pressure on all of these jumps, so why not go out and do something that you know you have in the bag? She struggled during the Grand Prix season with this triple Lutz triple loop, and I think it was really smart, the adjustment that she made instead of going out and continuing to maybe get it off or maybe make a huge mistake in the short program. She's like, no, I'm going to do a triple S triple toe because I know I can do it. And that pays off for her here. She's sitting in first.
Yeah, she's sitting in first, and she actually skated right after Kaori Sakamoto. Let's go ahead and look at Sakamoto, who comes in as defending champion. She comes in as the reigning Japanese champion. And Sakamoto, I love that her coach pushes her out on the ice, Ashley, and she then came out and completely delivered.
Well, the thing that makes her skating so good to me, first of all, these triples, she has nothing but time in the air. She rotates so fast, and so that allows for her to really control how she puts down the jumps. But the flow from element to element, she creates speed so easily. It takes her 2 crossovers, and she's flying to the other side of the ice. I think that is so special, and she is just so strong. Watching her, she has so much control over all of her elements, and that's why she is sitting in second, barely out of first place. It's so close. It was a really tough call today with these two ladies.
Yeah, Shanae, she's such a beautiful skater. What does she do so well out there?
She is. She's amazing. Well, I think what she does so well is she brings a real power to the table. She's not one of those little pretty skaters. She reminds me a lot of Midori Ito, actually, from back in the day. Just the way she jumps and the way she skates. The main word I can think when I see her is just power, but it's a graceful power. It's a beautiful power, and it looks different, and I think it's something that really does stand her out from the crowd.
We were watching the event with Sinead's husband, who's a former NHL player, and he loved her.
Yeah.
Because of her speed and her power and her jumps.
I think it's just something about her. We actually saw her at Skate America last year, the first Ice Desk that we all did together, and it was kind of like, wow, I haven't seen her in person yet, and she just sort of skates to the rafters.
She's much better. She's great on TV, but in person, you really get a feel for how fast she is, her power, the distance her jumps take across the ice. And she's also very consistent, like Brady. And you always know that she's going to throw down a great program, and that's something that's nice to watch.
Well, that's what she did today, 73.36 for Kaori Sakamoto in second place right now, just behind Brady Tennell. Let's go ahead and check out in third place, Mariah Bell. And Ashley, you've trained with Mariah, with Raf. We saw the struggle she had at the national championships. She trains nearby here in Southern California. This was awesome for her today.
Today was huge for her, and
triple was huge for her too, right?
Absolutely. It's an element that she has struggled with in the past, but the thing about Raphael's technique, he gives you exercises that you train every single day, so you don't have to go out and do a million jumps. You practice these exercises to strengthen your body so that you can do the jump. And she's, I believe, a year and a half or so into working with Raphael.
Yeah, just past the 2-year mark.
2 years. So, and I mean, he has said in the past it takes about 2 years for his technique to really sink in and set in. For me personally, my world silver medal came 2 years after working with him, so it really is a thing. And you see here, this season has been so phenomenal for Mariah Bell. She's been a lot more consistent than we've seen her in the past, and there's just something about her. She goes out onto the ice in that beginning pose where she just looks like she's so joyful. I love that.
That's
the kind
exactly
of
the word
skater
I was going to use. Joyful.
Yeah.
She makes me smile. Like even just, she does one movement in that program, and the music, the choreography, everything just fits for her, and it just makes me want to smile.
You
so
just
joyful.
move with her and smile with
Everyone's
her.
always rooting for her, so we're all I was so proud of her to go out there and throw down that program. And she was even, before, when the previous skater was getting their marks, she kind of struggled on some jumps, and I was like, oh no, and then she went out and skated a clean program. So mentally, that is just so hard to do, and I'm just so proud of her.
Yeah, and our colleague Michael Weiss talked to her after the short program saying she said she's so happy to do what she did here, but also that she's really got an eye on Worlds. And you were talking about that before the short program, that Brady and Mariah really want to throw down at Worlds. Well, hey, they've done so far here in the short program. Let's go ahead and check out. It wasn't the short program that Rika Kihira wanted today. I think a lot of people here in Anaheim expecting her to be the leader after the short program, but actually she's struggled all season long in the short program with the triple axel, and it was her Achilles heel again today.
It was. You see here, she pops it into a single axle, and then the short program, you have to do at least a double. So she actually got no points whatsoever for that element. But the thing that saved the day for Rika, all of her other elements are just so superior and obviously clean and effortless, and that really helped her out today. I think that she has experience in this short program with missing that triple axel, and then it kind of lights a fire in her, and she goes into the long program and then nails 2 triple axels. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be able to carry through into the free skate. She left points out on the table. We all expected her to be at the top of this event, and I'm just not entirely sure where she's going to end up right now.
Okay, and she actually had some challenges coming into the event. She had to switch boots because she wasn't dealing well. I don't know if you could see the detail there. 1 golden blade and 1 silver blade, but boot issues are always tough, right? When you have to switch skates out. I mean, that's an issue that everyone has to deal with.
It's hard.
I personally hate
issues.
I hate it. I had the same pair of skates for like 10 years. That's very unusual, and I am a dancer, so it's very different, but I can't imagine how it must feel to switch out a skate. I don't know, is that more normal for freestyle? Like,
No,
is that,
not at
it's
all.
not, right?
Not
So that
at
would
all.
be different for her too.
Well, and then both of your skates feel different. One is a little bit newer than the other one, so the support just feels different. The weight you can put into one foot versus the weight you can put into another, it just really affects your balance.
Right, I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, and interesting. And for her, you know, she's had such a great season. She wins the Grand Prix final, but it's still kind of all new for Kihira, and the way that she maybe has to rally here, Brooke, in the free skate.
Well, what she did do, even though she had a huge mistake, and she's known for her triple axel, and she missed it, she's still really close. The scores are all so close to each other that in a long program with 2 triple axels, that's nothing to make up. So yeah, she wishes she was higher up in the standings maybe and landed that triple axel, but the game's not over.
Well, someone has to miss one jump in the free skate, and she's already back up to the points that she lost. She's not far.
And this is kind of where she's been all season, you know, lower in the short, higher in the long, so maybe she's comfortable here.
She's going to try to use that triple axel. It's been more it's been more consistent rather in the free skate. I'm going to shout out to Eunsoo Lim for her 4th place right now and ask for our standings to come back up. They'll grab it on the screen now, but for the Korean, for Eunsoo to come through today, she had a beautiful skate and she skated earlier today. I just want to look at overall. You've got Lim there in 4th. There's Rika Kihira, just 5 points, and as Ashley's pointing out, you've got Tursun Baeva, who had a strong skate. And as we mentioned, Ting Sui, and then Mai Mahara skated last that first triple-triple. It just wasn't there. And then because of the quality, Ashley, especially of the last group, but a big day for Lim in 4th place right now.
She had a fantastic performance today. She went out onto the ice and she reminds me of like a spider. Like her limbs go on forever, and she uses them in an artistic way that's just really beautiful and very striking. And then beyond that, I think she's a technician, and she's working with Raphael as well. So I think having Mariah Bell to train with, the two of them can really push each other, and it's created a very positive training environment for the two of them, being on the ice with your competitor, with your competition, doing triple-triples. Eunsoo can be extremely consistent, and so I think that's been really great for Mariah. And then for Eunsoo to go and do this under pressure, it was a huge day for her.
Okay.
She's definitely the whole package. She has all of it, and she's only 15, as we said, so she's just going to keep getting better and better. She has so much potential.
Okay, so Shanae, a big day for the Americans, for both Brady and for Mariah Bell, but how do you then back that up? Because you have a good short program, they have to do so in the free skate as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's always a tough one as well, because it's one thing doing it on one day in the short program, it's another thing doing it in the long, and it is so close at the moment at the top too. And so it's going to be a tough one to her. It's going to be a very interesting competition, because of course you have Rika, who's going to come out with 2 triple axels. If she lands those, that's really hard to get past, and it's going to be an interesting one.
It's a great event to be a spectator for. It's going to be very exciting for us. I'm much happier being a spectator for this event than being in it, because it's a great one. It really is.
Well, on that topic, how's it been so far for you? Because this is the first time really in this new phase of where you are in your life that you're at a figure skating event watching on this side. We like having you here, by the way. Right? Do we love having Ashley Wagner? Yes.
Stop it. Keep going. It's fine. So that second that they close the door and you're on the ice and you're waiting for them to call your name, I don't miss that.
Yeah.
I'll never miss that.
It's like, have fun. You shut the door.
Like, good luck.
It's a little less pressure here on Bridgestone Ice Desk. Just a little.
I'm feeling that I take my job very seriously.
Yes, you do.
But it's been a great experience. I'm loving it, and it's so much more relaxing, and it's nice to be able to just enjoy the skating. And lucky me, this is my first event so far, and it was a really good event.
Yeah.
The ladies brought it.
They really did, and I think it sets the tone overall for this weekend. We obviously have pairs, we have dance, we have the men tonight. But gosh, a really great opener from the ladies short program. Let's go ahead and check out the schedule for later today. We've got a lot going on here in Anaheim at the Honda Center. You can join us right here on Ice Desk, just shy of 6 p.m. local time, and then it's the men's short program. We're going to be right back here with you later tonight. And if you want to watch the opening ceremony, it will be live on NBC Sports Gold. So you can watch. Alyssa Liu is here. We've all seen her earlier today. She's going to be skating in the opening ceremony tonight. That's on NBC Sports Gold. And check your local listings, but NBCSN is carrying Four Continents Championships all weekend long. This has been our wrap-up show from the ladies short program. And guess what? We've had a pretty good crowd in here. Hey, Anaheim, give yourself some love. There they are. Hi, guys. And you can always join us right back here on Facebook and on YouTube. We need more questions for Ashley Wagner. It's awesome to have her here with us as well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Shanae, Brooke, thank you for being here as well. And thank you for joining us. We will see you back here later this afternoon. Bye.